Hi and welcome back to my channel. This is Tyra. So this is part 3 of my VIP parade, my finish parade of 2022. I decided to break it up into pieces so the videos wouldn't get longer than half an hour, because that's what I can bear through of a video before losing my interest and patience. So I've decided to cut them down, and also if you don't do full coverage pieces, there's one you can skip and only look at my my non-full coverage pieces, or see my whatever I finished throughout the year and so on. So I hope there's something for everyone to enjoy. If you're new here, please subscribe. I haven't posted for a long time, so I hope to get a bit of extra subscribers and so on, just to come back into the swing of things and make some more videos and so on. I mainly cross stitch. Did come in, have done this for 3 years. Started up with diamond painting and slowly got into the world of cross stitching, which is so much fun. So I hope that you've been enjoying my videos, and that you will enjoy my next part. Next part is different non-full coverage pieces, and they're in no particular order. I just took them out of my my holding system, or what should I call it? Yeah, so let's start with the first one. The first one is my village, which I just okay, I dropped everything. Which I just started this winter, or this Christmas. So this is going to be the first one on my village, which is going to be a lot of Mill Hill pieces. This fabric has been in use for many times. It's been used for different sorts of projects which I have frocked, and now it's going to be used for this one. So there's going to be different small houses from Mill Hill, and I'm just going to go down on the floor and take up what I dropped, because then you can see some of them. I think there's probably going to be room for, as far as I know, 9 of them, but I have a selection of them because there was some new coming this year, so I just needed to have some. So this is the general store. There's the clock shop. Oh, and look at the snowman. Cute. On this one, there's a candy cane, something. And this one is one I'm going to stitch later. I'm just going to set that aside. Then there's this one, which is the tree farm. And yeah, and the barber shop, and all of them have some buttons and of course loads of beads. They're really good fun to stitch. And then there's the Cafe Grande, also with a cute snowman. Let's see if I can turn him the right way around. Yeah. And the police station. I don't know what the button is here, if there is any. Yeah, there's a star here. You can see here. Can you see the star? Yeah. I think I'm going to change the American flag to a Danish one instead of, because I live in Denmark. Then there is, I've got too many, but that doesn't really matter, does it? I'm just going to put those ones back. Then there's the daily news. And I was thinking that I wanted to put those ones in as well, because I really like the scene. perhaps in the middle. This is the skating pond, and then there's always a skating pond in the Christmas village, isn't there? And then there's a village bakery. Sorry. Look at that button. Look, that's so cute. And then there's the Christmas cabin. I owe you one. I need to come up to you, Heidi, and give you the one that I said. I have a copy of this one, and I promised Heidi for her to have it. And then there's a town hardware with a snowman. Also. So loads of them. Haven't fully decided on which one to place where, and I don't want it bigger than this piece because they can get enormous, and I don't really have room for it. And also to have it framed, it's going to be huge if you put a row more on it. So I've bought these, and then I'm going to just work with it and do the first row and then see how it looks. Can I get another house in and so on? I haven't planned it more than that. It's fun stitch, and I love Millhill kits. They are one of my favorite kits to do because of all of the pearls and all of the fun buttons and so on coming into it. It's a bit more fun than the ordinary ones. Then I have my I don't know how many times I've been starting this one. I love the design on it. And it was on the fabric. This fabric that I've then used for the Christmas town is the one on this one. But when I see it in reality, it's not that good. It doesn't look that good. And I think, again, I have restarted it again, and I'm not even sure that I like it on this fabric. I don't know why I keep on having such a big fight with it. But this is on an opalescent one, and I think one of my main thing is that it's huge. It's a huge piece. I don't like. What I've done is I'm not going to stitch the upper letters because I don't really like them. I like everything down here. So from this one and downwards, I'm going to stitch. I like that one. I don't like this one. I like it like this. But that set aside, I'm not sure. It's humongous. I don't know if you can see it, but it gets so big. So it's going to go all the way down here. And am I ever going to hang it? I don't know. So I was like, oh, what I'm going to do with it. But at the moment, and you need to see it the correct way. That was all of it. But at the moment, I'm just going along with it and chipping away on it, and then let me see if. But I think I'm going to stay on it with this fabric and yeah, and see how it looks at the end, because yeah, this is on 28 count 2/1, so it's a 14 count. I'm not big fan of big pieces apparently, but this is huge. But perhaps it's going to be beautiful when it's done. And sometimes you just need to try and see how it looks, doesn't? So yeah, I'm continuing. Not sure. I'm using the call for threads, or the thread which came with the kit, which are here. Not entirely sure on this thread which is here. I don't know if it's a wine red. Yeah, you can see it here. Not sure. It calls to me if I'm going to substitute it with another red. I'm just going to see when we come that far. So yeah, but this is my new start again. I think it has been restarted for the third time now, and still not happy about it, to be quite honest. But yeah, I think it's better than on the brown fabric because it was so boring. And I don't know if it's going to show it, but this is a slightly opalescent fabric. No, it's not going to show you. Yeah, but it's opalescent. Just take my word for it. So yeah, the next one is also one of those that I bought in a thrift store, I think. Not knowing that it would be almost stitched. So it doesn't need much more work. It's just one that I need to get my hands on and just finish. This is the one. A little lambs one for spring. So I think I'm going to take it out in February and finish it up there. So she did all of this and the plant. I only did one. But all of this was finished as far as I remember. So it just needs 2 more of these sheeps and then it's finished. And a couple of bees and a couple of parrot plants and it's finished. So just a small one as a pillow. It's really a little small one as a pillow or as yeah, just as a fun little project. The next one I have in here is, oh, what is this? Is that what I was, oh, I just found some colors that I was looking for another project. I was hoping, I'm not sure it is here. I was hoping that I was, oh, I'm just going to, yeah, check that afterwards. Never mind. I have a couple of projects on here. The next one is my 100 owls from Owl Forest Embroidery. I started this a couple of years ago and haven't continued on it. I just need to take it up again. It's a beautiful piece and it's on a 40 count. Not huge, but it's going to be sweet when it's been done. So one of those that you can just take up again. I need to download the pattern because sometimes you can be a bit afraid. Owl Forest Embroidery is in Russia, and with the developments you never know if that pattern can just disappear. Next one is from an Etsy store. It's a Harry Potter one that I started, I think 2 years ago also. It's also a bit of a sampler and yeah, just one that you should chip away as well. It says happiness can be found, I can't remember the saying, is it happiness can be found somewhere if you remember to turn on the light or something. So it's from my daughter and yeah, I just haven't been working on it. Again, the focus has been on other on other things. So this was, I think now 5. Next one is also an old but goldie. I'm just going to take this down here. So let's see. This one I've been chipping away on for a couple of years as well. It's a Riolis kit and it's a bit fun one because this is a half course kit. And when I bought this, I thought, oh, this is going to be fast because this is only half crosses. No, it's not, because either it's because of the chart or the confetti in this one is real. I'm just going to show you a bit of the chart for you just to see. And I think also it's a colored chart and that doesn't really make it more easy. But look at this. And this is the tree things. It's the confetti in this piece is like huge, and I'm like, there's no really block stitching in it, so it takes a while before this is going to be done. Sometimes I was wondering just to put in a smaller hoop and just finishing it up there, because it's really the confetti in it. But this is my progress up till now. Let's see if you can get a good glimpse of it. I love the effect of it. I love the half crosses. And it's fun stitch, but again, the confetti, as you can see in the tree over here. But it's getting more and more, I think there's more and more coming in on it, and if I just slowly continue chipping away on it, then suddenly someday it's going to be finished, right? So, and it's a beautiful piece. It's a beautiful fall piece. So yeah, just chipping away on it and hoping it. But don't let you be fooled by these pieces. They can be rather complicated. The colors in it are beautiful if you want to see those. And this is done with normal, I think, almost angry threads, because they're a bit more, they're beautiful threads. I love working with them. They're really smooth like silk. So I love these Riolis kits. So yeah. So that was my number. Are we on number 6 now, I think? Yeah, I think so. Let's see. And then we have one which I can't even really call a start. This is a Dimension Gold, I think, collection. This is the ornaments. Oh, they're so pretty. They are on these, lots of golds. So they come on these, and they are so long. I think they're a meter long. I can't even get them into the picture. Look at that. So they're huge, and there's also lots of gold in them, but they are really, really pretty. Pretty colors and so on. And there's together with it, there's the finishing and of course the pattern, but there's also finishing material and so on in it. You can't even call this a start because I've only done this. So yeah, I think there's 10 stitches on it, so I'm a bit embarrassed to show you this, but this is one that is definitely going to go into my rotation, and one that I'm going to start working on, perhaps already tonight, I don't know. It's pre-Christmas, but there's only 360 days to next Christmas, isn't there? So yeah. Then I have another stamp cross stitch, which I was thinking about making into a full coverage, into the full coverage section, because it's huge. But this is the a Joy Sunday kit, and it's the European Town. I was looking for this as a normal kit, but I'm not able to find it. And then somebody said that a girl on Etsy was selling the pattern, but she hadn't the license either. So I thought, okay, if it's totally out of print and haven't really been sold anywhere, I thought it was okay to buy this one and start working on it. Again, this is just one that I work on sometimes, and I've started 2 places. I've started up here. You can see on the back how much I've done, not much. And then I started on the other side because I'm stitching it mainly without any hoop, and I thought it was easier to have it this way. So lots have been stitched in the lake or road down here. Some of the houses has been stitched and so on. I'm also working on this when we travel. But as you can see, I'm just going to fold this back up in a while. You can see this is huge piece, never going to be, it's not going to be finished within the next 10 years or so. But it's a fun one to work on, and one that I've been chipping away for the last couple of years as well. Not done much, but hey, at some point I probably will just take a decision and say now I'm going to work more on it. So back into the back, I have all of the threads down here. Lots of threads. Again, some CXC threads, I think. I'm just going to put that back here. Then we have this one, which is a dimension kit. One that I've also worked on for a couple of years. It's this one. It's a normal dimension, not a gold. It's called Summer Fragrance, and it's on a 14 count black Ada. And her I have been working on, and I've gotten quite a bit done on her. Still missing, I think I'm yeah, almost almost 75% done with her. So, but she's here, and she's gorgeous. She's so pretty when she comes up in the frame, isn't she? So she needs all of her back stitching. And yeah, I need to finish up this down here, the circle down here, and her hand is coming in as well. So I need a bit, there's still some bit more going into her. But that being said, she's coming along nicely. So I hope that she will be a finish in 2023. Yeah, I hope so. Oh, so sorry, I just backed it. Whoops. Let's see if I can get that one down here. Next one is my modern folk embroidery 2023. No, 2021, I think. I haven't worked on it in 2022. I think I worked a little on it, but not much. I just gave up, I think. The stitching is humongous on it, but I love it, and I still, when I see it, I want to work on it. So it's just to dig in on it. The color scheme is on my own. Haven't really had any rhymes or reason. It is whatever I just chose. And I think when it's done, it's going to be gorgeous. I had some ideas about making some of it spring and then summer, and yeah. But I just lost my focus on it because there was so much stitching in it. And I have, this is on I think it's on a 40 count, I think. Yeah, it's not big. So it's on a 40 count. 1/1. Or is it 25? It can also be a 20. Perhaps it's a 25 count. It's small anyway. A combination of silk from Misudas, something, and sulky threads and DMC, all sorts of things just mixed together. So yeah, loving it still. It's appealing to me. I don't know if I'm going to get back into it this year or next year or the next coming years. It's just one that I'm also just going to chip away at, and at some point it's going to be finished. Yeah. Then we have my Lenade kit, which is a summer kit, one that I just work a slight bit more on this year. This one, love her. She's sitting and reading. I'm unsure if you can get this kit still. It's a pretty kit. It's done on, I think, a 28 count fabric. And I just have some of her head in her, but I think I have worked a bit more on her, so she's been chipped away on as well. Not much, but I think when we were at Lake Garda this summer, I had her out and worked a bit on her. I brought her along. Yes. Then, and I lost count yet. I'm just going to see. Then I have, let's see what's in here. I think there's 2 in here. Yeah, there's this small one, which was one of the first kits that I started. And it's still pretty, and I still want to do it, but I'm saying that every year and I haven't got around to it. This is my start on it. Not much, but it's there. And it's probably one which, when you get into it, it takes around a couple of days to do it, so it's not one which is huge. Then there is my Gold Collection Petite, this one, which is also a summer kit for me. You can see all of the threads in here together with it. And this is how far I got on that one. So the house is almost fully stitched, and the lighthouse as well. So it's not a huge kit, so I just need to get my fingers into it and start stitching it again. But that's it with all of them. There's so many things you want to do and you don't have enough time for them. So then we have what? This is one which I have issues with showing it. This is a Nikita kit. I think it's Barbara Anna Designs. I'm just going to show you from here. This is called Coffee, as Miss Coffee, as far as I remember. It came in a tube from Russia, and not one that you're able to. And I just started a bit on her. I think it's down in her dress that I've just started here. So not much of a progress, but a bit of a dress has been started. I don't know whether or not you should see those things because they're not really started, are they? But they are there are stitches in them. I don't know. But I haven't worked a lot of those. Some of them. But they're started and they're here, and I can always grab them and do some more on them. Then there's this one, which is Christmas at Heartburn Hollow. This one. Love this one. And I also, I've been wondering, do anybody of you know this this painting on the behind? I would love to stitch that one. I don't know. It's just so cute. It's so cute. I've never seen it. So, oh, okay. But this one is Christmas at Heartburn Hollow. I haven't started it really. It's just been started with the border on a, I think this is a 40s count yeah, mocha linen, and this is the stitches, and I'm sure that this is going to be beautiful. Certainly one where I need some magnifiers, but as you can see, the first block has been done. I saw some of them stitched on a 32 count, 36 count, and they're huge. This one is not that big. So, but whether or not my eyes can handle this, it's going to be a trial to see. And I just heard someone who said that, and I didn't really think about it, but she had kitted it up with the NPI silks. And what she was saying is that every time that you take out one of the blocks, the NPI silks are mentioned down here, so you don't have to collect all of the NPI silks at once. So I was thinking whether or not to do that instead of using DMCs, or in my case CXC threads. I don't know, sometimes the tones of the NPI silks are more prettier than the DMC or the CXC threads. These are all the CXCs on it. So I don't know. But on the other hand, I don't know. I'm still debating whether or not to do that. This is probably going to be an heirloom piece if it's ever finished in that count. So that was this one. Then I have a bit of story with this one. This one met my dog. Not the piece in itself, because that he luckily didn't injure. But the threads are another case. So this is the white owl, which is done on a oatmeal fabric. It's really rough. And this is my progress on it. So it's really pretty, and one that I also want to work on this winter, coming in. But that being said, my dog, I don't know, he's never ever touched something like this before, but look at this, he's been in this, and he's bitten into the wool, and these are wool, so I'm a bit concerned if I can wash this. I haven't really checked, but perhaps in cold water. It's a wool acrylic thread. No, look at this, it can't be washed. Can you see this up here? Can't be watched. What a pity. So I need to contemplate what I'm going to do there, because hopefully I can just take from the skein where he hasn't used done anything to it. Oh, typical dogs. And he's down here being a nice dog at the moment. So yeah, but that's life. Then we have, what is this? This is a small Mill Hill kit, I think, a Halloween one, which I started in October. This one, oh, I'm trying to, is there's a ton of glare? No, it's not that bad. So this is the Mill Hill one with a button of a blackbird. Yeah, beautiful. And I have put it on just to see the colors. They're beautiful. So I've put it on an organizer from Nitka as well. It's a really good organizer. It's such a shame that we can't order from them at the moment. And here's my progress. So I have done a lot of it. The moon is almost done. Only needs the bead, and so there's not much left on it. It's really a small amount left on it. There's just the house and so on. There's a lot. There's still a lot to do, and I always underestimate the amount of stitching. And here's the beads. Yeah. So then we have what? Then we have, this is Stitch Along from Tempting Tangles. I don't really have a picture of it to show you because there's no picture really. But this is my progress this far. It's called Scandinavian Lights. And sorry, it's called Scandinavian Lights. And here it is. This is the first part of it. I think there's come out some more, and I just need to get I just need to catch up. So, but it's a fun thing. It's a fun one to do. And you need, when you sign up from it, you get a link to a Facebook group where there's other stitching the same thing as you, and all of the files for it is being posted in there. So it's really easy to get a hold of or be a part of. I'm just going to see if I can find. They called for some. I think it was Karen water lilies, and I substituted them with some other threads. So I just found some really close to from Miss Judith's, and some, I think this is from Pole Stitches own threads and so on. So whatever I had around I just used. So, but they are lots of fun colors in it, lots of great colors. So it was fun to have something where I just could kit it up from my own stash and not having to buy anything besides the pattern. So that was really good. So this is the only sale that I'm participating in, because I have a tendency of not keeping up with them, and then I get a bit sad about it. Next one is a kit. I don't know why. Not normally one that I would work on, but here you are. It is one that I also took over, and here is she now. haven't been working on her for a while. So I don't know what I'm going to use her for when she's done. Perhaps a little pillow or something. It's not my style, to be quite frank. It's not nothing. It's not one that I'm going to enjoy a lot afterwards. But just to have her done at some point is going to be fine. It's not one of those which are going to be in front of all of the others and be done before as the first one. Then we come to my latest start, I think it is. This is a Mirabilia. Sorry, I didn't unzip that one. This is, if I can get it out, this is, what is she called? She is called what? I'm just going to find it. The Raven Queen. She's here. Here she is. She's the Raven Queen. Yeah, and she is stitched. This is I had a start on a Heaven and Earth design with which was a not a full coverage piece, and I stitched it on a fabric from, I think again it was from Crafty Kitten, and after looking at it last time when I went through all of my whips, I decided I didn't want to work on her anymore. So I frocked her, and instead I started the Raven Queen on it, and I think the fabric is suitable for her. It's a dark fabric with a lot of flowy. Let me just take it out of the Q-snap if it's possible. It's stuck in there. I don't know why I didn't take her out of the Q-snap when I'm not working on her. But anyway, here she is. And as you can see, the fabric is quite dark and mystic and so on. So I love her. I think she's going to be really good on her. I was a bit concerned whether or not the fabric would overwhelm her, but I think as more and more is coming in, I think she's going to be gorgeous, and her big dress is coming down there. So I think she's going to look really, really good. Lots of chronic, lots of beads needs to come in. I haven't started beading her yet. I couldn't get the right, the correct Gloriana for her. So I found some which was close to. So I hope it's going to work out. I think mine is a bit more blue than shown on the picture. I don't know if you can see this. This is really, really gray on the pictures. Mine is more blue in the background. Can you see that? But I'm hoping that it will work anyway. Because if you take her away, I think it's going to look okay. Because then it looks more grayish. If you look it up close, it's really, really blue. But I think it's going to be okay. I hope so anyway. So yeah, she's my new start. And I think I think I've worked a lot on her. So she's good. Yeah. There's a lot of beads for her. Take it up here. all of the beads is here. I don't think she has, does she have any, I don't think she has any special, no, she doesn't have any, no, she doesn't have any special stones or anything. She just has a lot of beads, like that. So, I started this one Poison Garden from Chatelaine and became fully aware that I am not used to stitching these finer pieces and all of these new stitches. So I started with it, and the fabric in itself is humongous. And this is how far I got until I got afraid and said, "Oh no, this is too big a job for me," and put it away for a while. And I was contemplating about what to do, and then I saw another person worked on a smaller piece, but as complicated, and one where I could get a hold of all of the threads, because Mitsudas had made an conversion, and this is let's see if I can find it, the this one, the blue, if I can get it here, the blue Moroccan lace, this one. I love this one as well. And I don't know, I had a look at it, it's not as big as the other one, and the complexity is not the same, and the thread wasn't as expensive and so on. So I started this one as well. It came a bit further. So this is my progress, if I can hold it even. That I have had some issues with getting all of the fibers. I have not been able to get the silk lame braids, I think it was. They simply don't sell them in here, and I had and then I reserved some at Casa Serena, but it would take a million years for it to come. So I decided to take another silk in and just use those ones. There's a lot of, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lot of glitter in it. So I'm hoping that with the correct crane egg and so on, it's still going to make quite an impact. I've started to beat it. I have measured this one, and it's going to reach the ends here, so there's not going to be much fabric to give from, but I can always stitch some extra fabric on it to when it's going to be framed. It's a beautiful piece. This is going to be my focus piece. The Poison piece is going to be started when I'm a bit more sure on what I'm doing, and yeah, so I'm just chipping away on this piece, loving how it works and loving the colors in it. Mitsuda's silks is not as expensive as when you kit up with Gloriana and so on. So if you want to try out Chatelaine and not use a whole lot of money, then it's a good idea to, for instance, start with this one. She doesn't, I don't think she has any other of them, but this one is not as expensive as some of the other kits, which can get quite expensive. So yeah, I think we're through. And I think I went above my 30 minutes limit, but I hope you're okay. Tomorrow I'm going to post all my kitted projects for 2023, which I hope to get started. Yeah, so I hope you've survived this, and I hope if you haven't subscribed that you will subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I will see you soon. Take care and happy stitching. Bye for now.